Here at Northwest, we believe everyone has a story.
Hey, Tom
Too
Brady, he's
often,
doing really well,
faces
right?
go unseen
Yeah.
and stories go
Right.
untold. So this time, we're taking a look at the Northwest that isn't always on the front cover of the magazine and that isn't always standing in the winner's circle. It's your time to shine. Every seminar show, we will throw a dart at this list of 1,810 names. Someone's life is about to change. I won? What are the odds? I myself, being Matt Styers, found no problem in attempting to locate myself. It's not always easy being Matt Styers, what with a huge GPA to take care of and an amazing amount of siblings that you've got to watch, alongside being paired with this lack of not having humbleness, this amazing amount of humility which I possess in my personality. I find doing a project solely about myself is going to be quite a challenge. So for the next 2.5 minutes, or however long this project is following post-production, I'm going to tell you less about how awesome you are and more about how less awesome you are in comparison to me. This is Matt Styers, and I've got a story. Next question. Can you describe your last bowel movement with the movie title? That's a really easy one, actually. I would have to use a combination of 3 or 4. Either Too Fast, Too Furious, Die Hard with a Vengeance, 30 Minutes or Less, or Rush Hour. What has been the most frightening moment of your life while being Matt Styers? Well, Matt Styers, I would have to say the most frightening part about being me, it's actually a story. I was getting ready for school. I just woke up to Believe. I play it every morning when I wake up, and I know, that's the time to get up, and I sing along as I walk downstairs, and I get in the shower. And I actually sing it in the shower. It's one of my favorite pastimes while I'm showering. But yeah, I was getting up. It was about 5:55 a.m. or so. Because it takes a long time to do this hair. But the doorbell rang, and my dogs kind of looked at me like, who's at the door? And I was kind of freaked out, and so I go downstairs to see who's at the door. And I open it, and I'm half naked. I'm in my boxers. I sleep in my underwear. And I open the door. I kind of looked like I hung over a little bit. That may or may not have been because I was hungover. But I open the door, and there's a kid I work with at school in my video production class. His name is Logan Bacon Miller. Dressed up in a ridiculously, 20 sizes too small UPS guy costume, trying to deliver me a package, and he's totally serious. And being at a point of time where I'm not entirely lucid, I haven't had my morning tea yet, I haven't gotten dressed or shaven or brushed my teeth, that jazz. And so I just kind of take the package, I'm like, whatever, man. And so one moment I'm standing there with the package in my hand, and the next he is oiled up, doing some sexy dance, shouting at me, look at me glisten, look at me glisten. Okay, Matt Styers, and how did you feel about that? frightened, to say the least. I mean, maybe if it had been a good dance, like, I don't know, The Robot or something, it would have been vaguely entertaining, but it wasn't, and it was just awful. I mean, it was awful. Alright, Matt, so how did you respond? Oh, this hasn't been on the whole time. Well, I told him it was getting late and I had some stuff I had to get done, but he just would not he would not take the hint, and he just kept saying, "Look at me glisten, look at me glisten," and he grabbed my hand forcibly and tried to have me stroke his oiled up skin, and I guess just after a while of us doing this, like, tug of war with my hand, he wanted me to stroke him, and doing this tug of war with my hand, I think he eventually just snapped out of it. I think he just let go, and he put back on his UPS uniform that was at least 20 sizes too small, and he got back into the UPS truck. He drove to my house, and I guess he went home. I saw him at school that day, so yeah, that was probably the most frightening moment of my life. Okay, frightening, yes, in the least. You mentioned earlier you like to sing. You said you like to sing a song called Believe. What is that?
Believe that this moment is happening now. Believe what we see can be somehow.
That I did, Matt, and Believe is probably the greatest song ever created by mankind, in the fact that it is the renaissance of the human spirit in the form of music, and that it is the embodiment of the human soul. Its lyrics continue to astound even the brightest of minds, including myself. But I can, however, sing it, and I think I'm actually pretty good. There's a couple of YouTube videos up there. A friend of mine posted one on Facebook. You can check out at any time. But yeah, I really enjoy singing it, but I mainly do it either at school, where I know that I can deafen an audience and probably cause future hearing damage, or I'm in my shower and I'm by myself, so I can go as high on the range of notes that I can hit without fear of being judged. And so that's where I mainly like to sing it, either at school or in my shower. Stuck on an island with any of your classmates from any class, who would they be and what would they do? What key role would they play? You'd be like the commander of a company, and you would have to get together and try to survive as best you could. Who would you be, choose, and why? First off, hands down, I would bring Dr. Davis Millard for the moral support that he provides to us during our times of need. I would then also have to bring Logan Bacon Miller so that he can, I guess you would say, torment the moral support provider, and they can fight. And then I would have to bring something to extinguish that flame, and that would be Johnny Carver, who's probably one of the most serious people I've ever met, if you've ever seen his Twitter project.
In 2006, a website called Twitter.com was formed in San Francisco, California. Today, this website has over 200 million users.
I would probably need someone who we could eat in the event that we run out of food. So someone who's rather chunky. And for that one, I would have to say, okay, I would probably also need someone who, if in the event that we run out of food, we can consume. Someone who's got plenty of surface area and stuffing to go around, or at least a part of them that has lots of surface area and enough for everyone to go around. And I think for that would have to be Jay Booty, Jalen Jinx, because she has that fine ghetto booty. I've never actually noticed. I'm just basing this off of other people's opinions. Anyway, what else? We would probably, what's that, 4? What else? We would probably need someone to make cool graphic animations for us while we were there. And when we get bored from trying to survive or deciding who we're going to eat. And so for that, I would have to bring, what was his name? He does a lot of our graphics. No. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we'll bring satirical support from one Mr. Alex Springer, who would talk solely of everyone else and never mention his own name. And he would provide us with humor in the event of our inevitable downfall. And then I would bring a friend of mine named Josiah Shoemaker just for fun. Okay, Matt. Thanks for your time. I guess we'll see you on the seminar show shortly. And thank you so much for all the time you've given us today. We'll see you next time. A Matt Styers production. Oh, yeah. Don't tell me what to do!